my background kind of isolated me into the role that I was already in before I started the degree program. So I felt like I was kind of going through the mundane testing every day, but I couldn't take it any further than that. So I was looking for a way to enhance my resume, obviously, but also enhance my understanding in the industry I'm in. And this is where I see my career going, where my undergrad education was not in engineering or even polymers. So it was just a way to kind of show, okay, I'm committed to this field. This is what I want. And just an investment in myself that hopefully will pay off. I had a 4-year-old son when I entered the program, and I was pregnant with my second son, and I had him in February of 2023, which was the second month after I entered the program. Going into the master's program as a parent, I had some reservations. Some steps that I took prior to entering the program was I made sure that I had a support system. So ensuring that everyone around me knew this is not just a sacrifice for myself. I'm not just sacrificing my time and my energy. I'm asking those around me to also sacrifice their time and energy. So there were a lot of nights of saying, hey, I have to do school. You have to wait just a minute. And my kids had to understand those boundaries. So some things to consider prior to entering the program would be that you do have to have a support system in place. It doesn't necessarily have to be a traditional support system, but knowing that you've got someone that can step in when you need to give a 15-minute presentation for a course. Also, some strategic time management. So I made sure to block out time for school, but I also made sure to block out time for my family. You have to prioritize school sometimes, but to keep your sanity and to also be involved with your family, you have to prioritize that sometimes too. One example I can give is my son had his Christmas program at school, and at the same time of the program, I also had lecture. And so I just made sure to communicate with my professors prior to and say, hey, I'm going to miss lecture tonight. One of the great things about an online program is that those lectures are typically recorded. So it's a luxury that we don't take advantage of, but it's great to have, to know that if you do have something like that, you can prioritize your family still. And then you just have to be diligent and disciplined to make up the lecture later. So I did not walk for my undergrad degree, not because I didn't feel like it was valuable, but because I graduated in December and they didn't have a December commencement. So they were asking me to come back in May. And by that time, I was like, the ship has sailed, let's go. And so I felt like it was really important for my kids to see me walk for my graduate degree. So by the time I graduated, I had an almost 2-year-old and I had a 6-year-old. And so they got to go, we flew from Oklahoma to Wisconsin. They got to see Wisconsin. We got to try some cheese, and we got to go to the graduation ceremony, and they were very excited for it. They knew it was a big deal, and they were excited to celebrate with me. So yeah, it was nice for them to kind of link that together and have that understanding that it had all paid off. So one of the great things about University of Wisconsin is that they've had this online degree program for quite some time now. So I wasn't going into a situation where any of the obstacles I was going to face or any of the flexible requests that I might have were going to be new to the professors or to the faculty. So University of Wisconsin really has a solid support system in place to make sure that students feel supported throughout their time there. Go for it. It was the best decision I made. So.